Hi, today I'm going to present my paper on time loss aversion. It all started with the old behavior economic concept called loss aversion, where when research find that people will tend to prefer avoiding losses than acquiring gains, and they will feel much more painful than losing the same amount of money than gaining the same amount of money. So that makes them more risk avoiding. And then people will show different decision making, especially on a time concept, as a result of psychological factor including emotional drives, personal goals, resources, restraint, and preferences. So people will perceive waiting time as a loss, which result in a more risk-seeking behavior. And also people at school experience loss aversion during their lunch break, which make them pick faster and pre-play food because they don't want to waste time. And however, that will automatically leading to unhealthier food choice. Then, as a result, I want to explore a very new and novel concept called time loss aversion. That is a tendency that people will fear previous misallocation of time and then motivating them to change the future use of their time. I would argue that it is a type of loss aversion where the object's attention is allocation of time rather than money and other physical resources. So this paper has the theoretical contribution in terms of arguing money and time as two different resources. Although they could both help people to achieve their goals, money is more flexible and reproducible, so people can use money to save and to reproduce, to exchange. But however, the time is more finite and dynamic, so once it's gone forever. Money loss measurement has a relatively clear reference point, and as being researched in the previous study. However, time loss measurement has been less studied, and it needs to be rely on a modern technology such as wearable devices. Moreover, people have different views about whether they have allocating their time well. For example, one people can spend 5 to 6 hours on social media, but they can still be not treated as time addicted because they can be a salesperson that rely on social media to contact with their client. Then their using social media will be counted as career purposes. So in order to validate this concept, I conducted a case study that I designed two intervention that will help people that will firstly giving people's data about their previous social media use on a level of week, months, and year. And alternatively, I create another intervention that also have the same procedure, but they also gave the people some alternative activity they could have been engaging if they were not using social media. Both interventions significantly reduce people's future intended use of social media. Also promoted fear of missing out by telling people how they could use their time on non-digital activities. And also, this intervention worked extremely well on those heavy social media users who use more than 4 apps a day, and they show much more willingness to reduce social media in the future. My study also has some future implication for human-computer interaction, especially on UX and UI perspective. Firstly, screen time app can have a feature that also allow user to explore their use of day in different ways beyond the level of day. Currently, Apple only shows their user how much time they spend on social media on a daily average. According to the previous study, it could have been gone more effective using the feature that we previously explored. And also, we can provide live feedback so that people can use their time more smartly and also combat those addictive algorithms that have been automatically applied on different websites, as most people use social media out of instant gratification. Finally, engagement in non-digital activity can be also treated as a type of loss aversion, and people can be encouraged to engage with them more by triggering the sense of missing out. That's it. Thank you.